is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham, and I've got Kathryn Jamieson with me. It's been a while, but welcome back to FYI.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
You are the manager of tourism and culture for the town of Perth. You've got a great big
Yes,
event
that's right.
going on. This is becoming an annual event. We're talking the Frost and Fire Winter Festival.
It has, yeah. We started in February 2020, and then I think we had 1 year where we had to cancel it, and we've been going strong ever since.
Excellent, excellent. So let's talk about it's a Saturday, February 15th this year.
That's
Lots
right.
going on. So what does the day entail?
Well, you can actually get started the night before if you're interested in making it a long weekend in Perth. PEP, the Perth Seniors Enrichment Program, they are doing a trivia night starting the night before, and they're having that at the Crystal Palace, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But then on the day of, the main event is from 10 to 4. You'll find a vendor marketplace at the Crystal Palace. There'll be live music, axe throwing, campfires, outdoor laser tag with Marked Family Adventures. They're going to be in Code Park behind Big Ben. There'll be outdoor skating, weather permitting, of course, Stewart Park and Perth Fire Hall. Early on, the children's program, they're going to run a craft program at the museum from 10 to 1. There'll be coloring stations and games at the museum the rest of the day. First Drum and Scouting is going to get involved. They're going to run a campfire for part of the day. And this year we're hoping to have tubing downtown, which would be a lot of fun, but that's also weather permitting.
Oh, tubing downtown.
Yes, we've kind of been inspired by our friends over at Bracebridge, where they tubed on the main streets downtown. So we're hoping to do that around Coates Mill, but we're still kind of working out the details on that to make sure it's possible. We can make it happen and make it safe and fun. But that's one of our kind of new activities this year that we're aiming for.
Excellent, excellent. So lots going on for this great event that you've been having going on for quite a few years now too. You know what? I was looking at your Facebook page, and you have a calendar of daily activities in Perth. And really, it is almost daily. You've got something going on in Perth.
You're right. There's lots of stuff. So every month we post on Perth Tourism's Facebook page a listing of everything coming up that month that we can find. Of course, sometimes we miss events, but we've got as much on there as we can find. And then once a week we try and highlight the events coming up. But there's lots of good stuff coming up this month. There are programs at the library several days per week, almost every day per week. Like they've got something called Move, Create, and Inspire, which is like mixing physical activity and creative tasks. There's going to be a floating sound bath meditation at the indoor pool coming up later this month, which I think sounds just so cool.
That's intriguing. Yes.
Yeah, like a guided meditation in the pool where you're on your back floating with an eye mask on. I think that's optional, and I'm sure the lights are dimmed, and I think that sounds really neat. There's cooking classes at Northfolk Cafe's hosting them. The Camera Club's always meeting, but a couple that are really neat coming up, I think, the complete works of Shakespeare, abridged, revised again, are coming up at Studio Theatre. It's 3 actors, 2 hours, and they're going to get through all 37 of Shakespeare's plays. And I think that's going to be hilarious, and it's meant to be funny, and I think that's going to be a grand time. Another one that's coming up that's kind of cool is the Perth Lunar New Year Festival. That one's going to be hosted at Coates Mill on February 1st, and they're going to have crafts and music and food and various activities for all ages there. So I think that's kind of a neat one too.
Excellent. And this calendar, people can find that where?
Perth.ca/calendar brings you to the interactive calendar. And also that's a place where people can add their own events. If they're organizing something here in Perth, they can add it to the calendar there. And Perth.ca/events has a listing as well. Although I'll caution, I think I'm in the middle of updating that one for 2024 or 2025, but that's a good spot to go to.
Oh, and Perth is so lucky to have the Crystal Palace. That place is just buzzing all the time. It was absolutely beautiful at Christmas time, filled with Christmas trees.
Wasn't it? I love seeing the trees in there every year. The businesses and community groups, and sometimes just individuals come and decorate trees in there. And it just, I can see it every night when I leave work, and I just love it. It's so beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful. I was at the polar bear plunge too on January 1st. Oh my goodness, they had over 200 jumpers. I think over 225 jumpers, if I remember correctly. But just so many people from Perth, you know, out there celebrating and helping the hospice. It was wonderful to see.
I wasn't able to go to that this year, but I heard it was one of the busiest and best years they've had in recent times. So.
Well, I'm just remembering there was somebody there, I don't know their names, but they had signs for the upcoming, it's going to be in June, but it's going to come here quick enough. The Perth Kilt Run is coming.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Kilt Run's back June 21st. And if you're considering doing it, I recommend buying your ticket right now. Last I checked, they'd already sold, 600 or 700 tickets, and there's only just over 1,000. So they're selling really quickly. So if you're thinking about the Kilt Run, June 21st, reserve your spot right now.
That's been going on for a long, long time. That was years before COVID even, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they held, I think they held 10. They did it for 10 years and then took a little hiatus, but there's been a lot of demand from the community to bring it back. So we're thrilled to see it come back this year.
Excellent, excellent. That's always a lot of fun. And even if you don't participate, just go out and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. So you're once
volunteer.
again, or volunteer, yes. Everybody's always looking for volunteers, yes, to help out. So once again, your Family Day weekend, you've got Frost and Fire Winter Festival. That's going to be on the 14th and 15th. Is that?
It's mostly just the 15th, but there are activities happening throughout the weekend as well. For example, after the festival's over that night, Perth and District Community Foundation is holding their big fundraising dance at Coates Mill. I think it's called All You Need Is Love. It's like a mix and mingle dance. So that one's going to be that'll be busy and fun and a great way to get back to the community. And Jazzy's Brewhouse is having the family name band performing at her cafe that night. We're hoping to squeeze in a free skate at the community center if we can squeeze it in between tournaments. So, the whole weekend will be busy and fun, but the main festival is on Saturday during the day.
Excellent, excellent. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's always nice to get outside in the wintertime too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Great
sure.
time for fresh air.
That's right, that's right. Now, how do people get a hold of you if they have any questions or if they want to learn more about Perth tourism and culture?
Well, you can email me at tourism@perth.ca, and to find out more about the festival schedule events, check perth.ca/frost and fire.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for making it work today, too. We did it by Zoom today, so we made it work.
Thanks for having me.
We get to learn more about what's going on in the great town of Perth.